Hi, Deb Pervin here, and today's Tuesday Tweak is about budgeting during uncertainty. So, October is the time when we start looking at our budgets. We start looking at what happened last year and what are we going to do this year. And during uncertainty, it gets even harder because we like to know what last year looked like. We like to know what the cost of living increases are going to be. We like to know what's happening with inflation in the economy. And when we can't tell, it makes it that much harder. So here are some hints. So what I'm talking about is we can't see the future. So we're going to have to do some sensitivity analysis. We're going to have to look at upside and downsides. So budgeting has to happen every year. And it's not just about the numbers, it's about thinking. What are we going to do next year? What's going to be different? What's our growth opportunity? What are the opportunities that we can take advantage of? And where do we want to be? What is the long term goal? And how do we take steps to get there? Now, this requires being intentional. And to be intentional, I really want you to get granular. And by granular, I mean I want you to think about, look at your current numbers, look at your monthly revenues. How many clients did you sell to? What's your average client or product per month? And then can you add 10, 15, 20% more? What would that look like? How would you do that? So think actually down at that very granular level and then go, hey, if I have 10 clients that I work with every month, can I add 2 more? How would I do that? Do I need to add more marketing? Do I have the time? So if the answer is yes, then that's a 20% growth. So just think about it not in a big number, oh my God, I have to think about the whole year, but actually, how many more clients are you going to serve? How many more products are you going to sell? How many more projects are you going to take on? Now, the uncertainty part is a problem. How many of your clients are staying with you? How many are having issues? What is going on in this economy? The saddest thing is I did exactly, not quite exactly, but I did this webinar, this Tuesday Tweak last year, and it still is here. So what's different during uncertain economic times? Well, it's still your best guess, but we don't know what it's going to look like. Now, we never really know, but when the economy is chugging along, we expect it to look like last year. We really don't want it to look like last year anymore. So we have to think about the downside. Like what happens if instead of growing by 15 or 20%, we lose some clients? How are we going to know? How are we going to watch? How are we going to prepare? But then uncertainty is really good for thinking about the upside. What opportunities might we see? So really do a SWOT analysis and think, hey, what could happen? And what's the good side and what's the bad side? Now, I am doing a webinar on budgeting next Wednesday, October 11th. So if you're interested in being on there, just shoot me a link, shoot me an email, and I'll send you the link. It will be recorded, so if you want to get a recording because 1:30 isn't a good time, I'm happy to send it to you. I'm Deb Pervin. I'd love to have your questions, and I look forward to seeing you next week.